Her marksmanship scores at FBI hostage rescue team were always inconsistent. Sometimes bullseye, sometimes complete miss. Instructors said she was unreliable under pressure, until she saved 23 innocent hostages' lives from 2.8 kilometers away, with wind interference at a moving target with a single shot. The FBI Academy at Quantico, Virginia, is recognized as federal law enforcement's most advanced training facility. The Hostage Rescue Team, HRT program, is an extremely selective process that produces the FBI's most elite tactical unit. Sniper training is one of the most demanding components of this program. At the HRT training compound within Marine Corps Base Quantico, Supervisory Special Agent Robert Precision Kane was supervising the sniper qualification course. At 46, with a 23-year FBI career and sniper background from the U.S. Marine Corps, he was an instructor known for legendary marksmanship skills. Beside him stood Senior Special Agent Michelle Eagle Eye Torres, HRT's lead sniper instructor. At 42, with 18 years of federal service and multiple successful long-range eliminations in critical incidents, she was an experienced operator. On the sniper range, HRT candidates selected for advanced marksmanship training were practicing precision shooting exercises, 338 Lapua Magnum rifles, high-power scopes, ballistic calculations, environmental factors. Every aspect was approached scientifically. At the back shooting position, visibly different from other candidates, Special Agent Victoria Ghost Chen was concentrating on rifle setup. 29 years old, Asian American, UC Berkeley, applied mathematics graduate, but struggling was evident in practical shooting. SSA Kane started the range exercise. 600-yard target, single shot, account for 8F crosswind, execute when ready. Male candidates were systematically achieving successful shots. Agent David Bullseye Rodriguez, 10-ring hit. Agent Mark Deadshot, Wilson, perfect center mass. Agent James Laser Thompson, textbook precision. When Victoria's turn came, visible nervousness was evident. Irregular breathing, slight hand tremor, scope adjustment changed multiple times. Shot fired. Completely wide of target, missed by significant margin. "Chen," SSA Kane barked. "What happened there?" "Sir, wind calculation error. Target acquisition was problematic." Snide comments from other candidates. Maybe math degree doesn't translate to trigger finger. Academic theory versus real-world application. In the following weeks, Victoria's performance pattern showed a disturbing consistency. Inconsistency. Some days excellent accuracy, other days complete misses. Particularly problematic in pressure situations. Training records documented the concern. Agent Chen demonstrates theoretical knowledge, excellence, but practical application is highly variable. Stress-induced performance degradation is a significant concern for operational deployment. SSA Torres conducted a private evaluation. "Victoria, your ballistic calculations are perfect. Environmental factor analysis superior to other candidates, but shooting execution is unreliable. Ma'am, I know the inconsistency is problematic. Academic background is strong, but practical pressure affects performance. Chen, HRT operations don't allow for off days. Hostage situations, terrorist threats, high-stakes scenarios. Reliability is an absolute requirement." Physical fitness evaluations produced similar mixed results. Victoria was academically outstanding. Forensic analysis, criminal psychology, tactical planning, all exceptional. But practical skills implementation was inconsistent. Peer evaluations were revealing. Other HRT members acknowledged intellectual capabilities but questioned field readiness. Agent Rodriguez gave honest feedback. Victoria's smart as hell, but when shit hits the fan, I need someone reliable behind the scope. Agent Wilson agreed. Book knowledge is great, but can she deliver when lives depend on it? Psychological evaluation provided interesting insights. Agent Chen exhibits performance anxiety specifically related to high-pressure situations. Intellectual capabilities are exceptional, but stress response impacts motor skills coordination. The HRT Advanced Sniper Course, the most challenging portion of training, simulated real-world scenarios. Moving targets, extreme distances, adverse weather conditions, time pressure, the ultimate test of marksmanship skills under stress. Victoria's struggles intensified. Missed shots were frequent in 800-yard moving target exercises, inconsistent groupings in 1,000-yard precision tests, calculation errors in environmental challenge scenarios despite theoretical knowledge. The most concerning incident occurred during Week 12, a simulated hostage scenario. Victoria was positioned as the primary sniper and needed to eliminate a cardboard hostage-taker figure. A clean shot was required, civilian target adjacent, margin for error 0. The setup was perfect: controlled environment, stable shooting position, optimal weather conditions, unlimited time for preparation. But when the execute command was given, Victoria hesitated. Shot fired late, missed target completely. The post-exercise debrief was harsh. Chen, SSA Kane, was disappointed. That hesitation would result in hostage casualties, unacceptable performance. Sir, target acquisition was clear, ballistics calculated correctly, but the execution moment. The execution moment is when lives are saved or lost. No excuses. Victoria was near elimination from the program. A formal review was conducted, recommendation for reassignment to a non-tactical position prepared. But an unexpected advocate emerged. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, HRT psychological consultant. Victoria's intellectual approach to sniping is unique. Mathematical precision, environmental analysis, theoretical understanding, exceptional. The problem isn't capability, but pressure management. Dr. Mitchell designed a specialized training program specifically for Victoria's psychological profile. Stress inoculation, breathing techniques, mental preparation, pressure simulation, a systematic approach to performance anxiety. Victoria, your academic background is an advantage, not a disadvantage. Use your mathematical mind for precision, not as a source of doubt. The training methodology changed. Instead of the traditional instinct-based shooting approach, Victoria developed a systematic calculation process. Every environmental variable was quantified. Every ballistic factor mathematically approached. Gradual improvement was evident. Range scores became more consistent. Pressure situation performance improved. Confidence level increased. The critical breakthrough came during Week 18. Extreme long-range challenge, 1,200-yard target in windy conditions. While other candidates estimated adjustments, Victoria calculated precisely. The mathematical approach resulted in a perfect shot. SSA Torres was impressed. Chen, that calculation-based approach is interesting, more consistent than intuitive shooting. Ma'am, mathematics doesn't lie. Environmental factors are quantifiable. Ballistics are predictable. A systematic approach removes guesswork. In the final evaluation phase, Victoria consistently outperformed expectations. Not the fastest shooter, not the most instinctive, but the most precise when calculations were completed. At the graduation ceremony, Victoria barely qualified for HRT sniper certification. Comments were mixed. Exceptional theoretical knowledge, improved practical application. recommends specialized deployment situations requiring precision over speed. HRT Field Office Assignment, Washington, D.C., Critical Incident Response Team, Urban Environment, High-Profile Cases, Political Sensitivities, a demanding operational theater. Victoria was assigned to Sniper Team Delta, led by Special Agent Michael Scope Harrison. Team composition: 4 snipers, specialized in long-range precision elimination, counter-sniper operations, high-value target protection. Initial cases were routine: security overwatch for federal officials, counter-surveillance operations, training exercises with local law enforcement. Victoria performed adequately, but was still considered a backup option rather than the primary sniper. Team dynamics were initially challenging. Male snipers were experienced, confident, traditionally trained. Victoria's mathematical approach was considered unusual, overthinking rather than practical skill. Agent Harrison had a private conversation. "Chen, your calculations are impressive, but field operations require split-second decisions. Can't spend minutes calculating when hostages are dying." "Sir, mathematical preparation allows faster execution when the moment arrives. Pre-calculated solutions for common scenarios." The real-world test came during month 6. A bank robbery with hostage situation. 3 armed perpetrators, 12 civilian hostages, complex urban environment. Victoria was positioned as Overwatch sniper while the primary team handled negotiations. The situation was resolved without sniper engagement needed, but Victoria's preparation impressed observers. Complete environmental analysis, multiple shooting solutions pre-calculated, contingency plans developed, professional approach despite not being the primary shooter. December 15th, morning briefing at FBI Washington Field Office when the alarm bell rang. A major hostage crisis was developing. A heavily armed group had seized the downtown federal courthouse. 23 federal employees held hostage, including federal judges. Preliminary intelligence: domestic terrorist organization, anti-government motivation, sophisticated weapons and tactics. Demands: release of imprisoned associates, policy changes, media platform for manifesto. HRT response was immediate. Command post established, negotiations initiated, tactical options assessed. Situation assessment: extremely dangerous, high-profile targets, significant political implications. Victoria was assigned to Sniper Team Delta for overwatch and potential precision elimination. Position established on federal building rooftop, 800 meters from courthouse. Standard engagement distance for urban operations. First 8 hours. Negotiations unsuccessful. Terrorist leader increasingly agitated. Demands escalating. Threats against hostages becoming specific. Tactical team unable to breach without significant hostage casualties. Critical development at hour 10. Intelligence intercept revealed terrorists were planning mass execution of hostages at sunset. Timeline accelerated. Peaceful resolution unlikely. Command decision: prepare for tactical intervention. Sniper teams repositioned for optimal engagement angles. Victoria's team was assigned primary building approach, responsible for eliminating terrorists threatening hostages. A problem emerged: courthouse architecture, terrorist positioning, hostage locations created a complex tactical scenario. Standard sniper positions were inadequate for clean shots without civilian risk. Hour 11. Situation deteriorated rapidly. A terrorist leader moved hostages to main courtroom, used judges as human shields. Demands broadcast on live television, political pressure immense. Tactical assessment revealed devastating reality. Terrorist leader positioned himself behind federal judge. Automatic weapon aimed at remaining hostages. Any approach through standard tactical routes would result in mass casualties. Command post was desperate for solutions. Building schematics studied, alternative approaches analyzed, special equipment considered. Every option resulted in unacceptable casualty projections. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Victoria's detailed analysis of courthouse architecture, surrounding buildings, potential shooting angles. "Sir," Victoria approached team leader Harrison, "there's a non-standard option. Explain." Federal Reserve Building, 2.8 kilometers southeast. Elevation advantage, clear line of sight through courthouse windows, angle avoids hostage exposure. Harrison was skeptical. "Chen, 2.8 kilometers is beyond practical engagement range. Atmospheric conditions, wind factors, target movement, impossible shot." "Sir, mathematical analysis shows feasibility. Environmental factors are calculable, ballistic trajectory is predictable. Precision is possible with proper preparation." Other team members dismissed it immediately. That's fantasy shooting, not tactical reality. But the tactical commander, desperate for options, was willing to explore. Chen explained the technical feasibility. Victoria gave a systematic presentation, ballistic calculations, environmental factor analysis, equipment requirements, success probability assessment. The mathematical approach was impressive, but the distance was an enormous challenge. Decision made: attempt the extreme long-range shot as a last resort. Alternative tactical options continued simultaneously, but Victoria's solution was prepared as the final contingency. Equipment requirements: specialized 338 Lapua Magnum system with advanced optics, ballistic computer, environmental monitoring equipment, spotter support, stable shooting platform. Position establishment on Federal Reserve Building rooftop. Stealth approach, equipment setup, environmental baseline measurements, target acquisition process. Victoria's methodical preparation began. Atmospheric pressure, humidity levels, temperature gradients, wind speed and direction at multiple altitudes, Earth rotation effects, precise target distance measurement. Spotter agent Carlos I's Martinez assisted. "Chen, these calculations are as complex as NASA mission planning." Martinez, "Precision at this distance requires a scientific approach. Every variable impacts bullet trajectory." Target observation. Terrorist leader visible through courthouse window, erratic movement pattern, hostages positioned dangerously close, margin for error essentially zero. Critical factors: moving target, crosswind at 15 miles per hour with gusts, temperature inversion causing ballistic anomalies, urban heat effects creating atmospheric disturbance. Victoria's calculations continued. Bullet flight time 3.2 seconds, target movement prediction required, wind compensation on multiple axes, elevation adjustment for extreme range. Hour 12, deadline approached rapidly. Negotiations had completely failed. Terrorist leader increasingly agitated. Hostage execution threats immediate. Command authorization received. Sniper Team Delta, you have green light for extreme long-range elimination. Target, terrorist leader. Civilian casualties unacceptable. Victoria's final preparations: breathing control, position stability, scope adjustment, environmental factor confirmation, mathematical calculations verified, target observation, terrorist leader visible intermittently through window, automatic weapon aimed at hostages, federal judge used as human shield, movement pattern analyzed. Critical challenge: shot timing required predicting where the target would be when the bullet arrived 3.2 seconds later. Mathematical precision was essential. Victoria's mental calculation, target movement speed, directional changes, window exposure duration, optimal engagement moment determination. Spotter Martinez. Chen. Target movement is unpredictable. Shot timing nearly impossible. Martinez. Pattern analysis shows behavioral consistency. Mathematical model predicts optimal moment. Heart rate controlled, breathing regulated, sight picture perfect. Ballistic calculations confirmed. Environmental factors compensated. Target appeared in optimal position. Terrorist leader momentarily separated from hostages. Clear shot angle. Federal judge moved aside. Window exposure maximum. Victoria applied trigger pressure gradually. Mathematical precision translated to physical execution. 3 years of training concentrated in a single moment. Shot fired at 14:47:23. Bullet flight time exactly 3.2 seconds as calculated. Distance 2.8 kilometers. Environmental factors perfectly compensated. Target prediction mathematically accurate. Impact precisely where Victoria calculated. Terrorist leader eliminated instantly. No collateral damage. Hostages unharmed. Federal judge protected. Mission accomplished. Command post erupted. Target down. Hostages secure. Outstanding shot. Tactical teams made immediate entry. Remaining terrorists surrendered. All 23 hostages rescued unharmed. Domestic terrorism threat eliminated. Victoria's mathematical approach was completely vindicated. Longest successful hostage rescue shot in FBI history, precision under impossible conditions, lives saved through scientific accuracy. Post-operation analysis revealed shot precision. Bullet impact within 2 inches of calculated point. Environmental compensation perfect. Timing prediction exact. Agent Harrison was amazed. Chen, that shot defied everything we thought possible. Mathematical approach is revolutionary. Sir, precision shooting is science, not luck. Proper calculations eliminate variables. Media coverage was massive. FBI sniper makes impossible shot. Mathematical precision saves 23 lives. 2.8-kilometer hostage rescue shot. Professional recognition was immediate. Director's Award, Distinguished Service Medal, Congressional recognition, International Law Enforcement acknowledgement. Victoria's extreme long-range success completely changed HRT sniper training doctrine. The mathematical approach was integrated into curriculum. Environmental factor analysis emphasized. Precision calculation techniques taught systematically. FBI Sniper School established the Chen method, systematic mathematical approach to extreme distance precision shooting. Victoria was assigned as primary instructor, teaching scientific marksmanship to the next generation. Her core teaching philosophy. Precision shooting is applied mathematics. Environmental factors are variables in an equation. Proper calculation ensures consistent results. International recognition followed. Military sniper schools worldwide requested Victoria's training methodology, mathematical precision techniques adopted globally. Years later, Victoria reflected, inconsistency during training was actually an advantage. It forced development of a systematic approach rather than relying on instinct alone. Her mathematical methodology became standard. Pre-calculated shooting solutions, environmental factor databases, ballistic computer integration, precision rather than speed emphasis. Victoria was promoted to supervisory special agent, assigned to FBI Critical Incident Response Group. Extreme long-range precision specialist, called for impossible shots when traditional tactics were insufficient. From that historic shot forward at FBI Academy Quantico, Everyone knew Special Agent Victoria Ghost Chen as the true meaning of precision. The candidate who had struggled with inconsistent marksmanship had accomplished the most precise long-range elimination in American law enforcement history. Her story became an inspiration to countless law enforcement officers facing performance challenges, technical difficulties, and institutional doubts. She proved that sometimes perceived weaknesses lead to innovative strengths, and unconventional approaches produce extraordinary results. Victoria's mathematical shooting approach, initially considered overthinking, became her greatest professional asset. Academic background transformed into tactical advantage. Calculations replaced guesswork. Precision defeated inconsistency. Most importantly, the 2.8-kilometer shot demonstrated a fundamental truth. Complex problems require sophisticated solutions. When traditional approaches fail, scientific methodology can achieve impossible results. Her legacy continues to influence law enforcement training, precision shooting doctrine, and tactical planning. The lesson learned: intellectual approaches can enhance physical skills, mathematical precision can save lives, and systematic thinking can overcome natural limitations. That December day proved an essential principle. Heroism comes in many forms. Sometimes it's split-second decisions, sometimes calculated precision. When 23 lives depend on single-shot accuracy, a mathematical mind becomes the most powerful weapon. The lesson learned at the FBI was never forgotten. Don't discount unconventional approaches. When impossible shots need making and traditional methods are insufficient, sometimes the person everyone doubts possesses exactly the needed solution. Victoria Chen proved this truth at 2.8 kilometers, earning her place among federal law enforcement legends through pure mathematical precision.